Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and my beard has gone full wizard beard, so I figured I would dig out my old wizard hat that I got in the Empire of Adria many years ago. I don't remember where or when, but it's very nice. So I'm wearing it. And I'm going to answer questions. First up, some stuff. For those of you that are on the auxiliary Discord or the auxiliary Facebook page, I would ask you to try to remember the auxiliary ethos of more fun for everybody. Seeing some stuff on there that definitely doesn't fit with that concept. Rude comments and mean comments and just generally antagonistic behavior that just doesn't belong in the auxiliary. We're comrades. We're on the same side. We're friends. Try to remember that when you're posting stuff. Don't post mean things for no reason. Don't make rude comments for no reason. Say nice things, say helpful things, say useful things. It's what we're about. Quit making my moderators' jobs difficult. You know who you are. Also, I keep forgetting to put little Captain in videos. I will try to remember to get him in more, and I will try to actually see who spots him and pin you appropriately, because it's cool. There may, in the packages today, be not really an upgrade, an augmentation, an addition to that concept that may result in some silliness. I'm hoping it will. We shall see. We shall see. Alright. The questions. I'm in a good mood. Hopefully, these questions don't ruin that for me. I am testing out a new mic on my new camera. I've zoomed, I've made it a little bit tighter. I think part of the problem was it was having issues focusing on me as compared to the background. I've got it set on auto. We'll see how it turns out. The first 10 questions I'm going to answer with the mic, an exterior mic, external mic, and then the second 10 questions I'm going to unplug the mic and see what the audio is compared with it and without it, and we will see which is better. This is science. Alright, questions. Here we go. Void Walker. What genre of music do you listen to most, and what is your favorite band in that genre? There isn't one genre that I like the most. I listen to a lot of weird, like a huge variety of music, all the way from Tchaikovsky to Rob Zombie, and everything in between. But probably what I listen to the most is electro swing, because I like swing dancing. And my favorite band right now is probably Perov Stellar. Really like some of their remixes and that music. So, Dragon Blaster 10,000. How many bins of silly hats do you have, and would you use one of those bins as a silly hat? I actually don't have them in bins. I actually have them in very large cardboard boxes up in the attic, and it wouldn't make a good a good hat. But I mean, it would be silly, so I suppose that would be fitting. Hazard with a 3. Did I see the Lego Creator PC CD-ROM in your collection? No? No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Corey Holmes. Do you prefer trains or cops in the background? Oh, trains. Good lord. Trains are cool. And while it's difficult for me to get through an entire video here without at least one train going by, as you have noticed, it's definitely better than having 2 or 3 police cars go by one house over, which had resulted in me having to refilm any number of videos. Here, there's very rarely, every once in a while, you'll hear a siren way out on the main street, but it generally isn't loud enough to even show up in my videos. At least I don't think anyone's noticed one yet. Jolt King 627. Do you know a good source for long shots? Yes, I do. The Nerf Curator. He's got a whole warehouse full of them. But, I mean, that's where I can get them. I don't know about you. I would try eBay or Craigslist or the Nerf Buy Trade Sell Facebook page. Jacob MF. What are some things you could see people sending you that you most definitely do not want sent in fan mail? Oh, you cannot possibly believe I would be dumb enough to answer that question. Because if I told you stuff I didn't want sent, I would end up with mountains of it because people are like that. I am not a fool. Thank you very much. Benjamin McDowell. Have you ever had Fitz root beer and or cream soda? I don't think so. Send me some. I will try it. It will be delicious, I'm sure. B. Leonard. Would you consider an auxiliary loadout video for bards? Well, bard isn't really a role in and of itself, so it would just be whatever role you're going with, whether it be heavy or infantry or scout or whatever, plus an instrument. Or, you know, your singing voice or whatever else it is that you plan to do that is bardic. Yeah, so it wouldn't be a separate concept, really. Austin Adkins. I just recently ordered a strong arm from Amazon. Is there anything I can do to upgrade it without spending much money? All I have in terms of springs is a spring from a Scout Mark II. I thought about doubling the spring. Would that work? It's worth a try. I've never tried that, so I have no idea if it'll be able to catch. You can get upgraded strong arm springs on Amazon for as little as $5, so I would go with that. Or, you know, go to Foam Blaster, Out of Darts, or one of the resellers, and get an actual spring that's actually meant for it and is known to not break it, is really the key to getting a spring. The real reason to get a spring as opposed to just, you know, shoving K26 in the thing. Jaster Spartan. I was wondering which stock blaster you thought is the best sniper rifle. There are no stock blasters that are sniper rifles, in my opinion. Because sniper rifle to me indicates an ability to do something that stock blasters can't do, namely outrange and out-accuracy your opponents. Whereas all stock blasters more or less have the same performance. So they're all going to be more or less the same. If you want something that's really an actual sniper rifle in this hobby, you're going to need a top-tier modded long shot or a fully modified Caliburn or something HPA, something that can reliably hit a man-sized target at greater than 100 feet, which is not a stock blaster. The stock blaster that is the best for building one of those is the long shot. It has a huge plunger tube. There are loads of kits for it. You can do some fairly low budget mods and still get decent performance. That's why it's so very popular for that. There are also, obviously, if you want to put money into it, lots of awesome kits for it. Though, you know, things start getting expensive quickly when you start doing that, and you might be better off getting a Talon Claw or a Caliburn or something like that. But the long shot is probably going to be, has the most potential for the least amount of work, as far as I am aware. Take that! Oh, missed. All right, switching out the mic. Now with the built-in mic, we'll see how it works. Samson7180. What are your opinions on the many World War I and World War II builds being built at the moment? Well, I have no idea which ones you are particularly referring to, but I like historic builds being made out of Nerf blasters. I think it's a really neat concept. It's not a new concept. People have been using Nerf blasters for realistic LARPs for a very long time. They have just, many of them have been, you know, smart enough or, you know, wise enough, as it were, to not post them on the Nerf Facebook groups, because anytime somebody posts a picture of a really realistic looking Nerf blaster, it reignites the old argument of, should we paint our Nerf blasters realistic? Are you going to get shot by the cops and all of that? And it's just not worth the hassle and the aggravation of dealing with that over and over and over, and so they tend to not post their really, really realistic builds for like the World War II reenactment LARPs that go on in Europe and even in the US sometimes. So I think they're really cool. It's beautiful what some people have done. Absolutely amazing, the creativity and the amount of skill that go into some of those builds. It's kind of a shame that they hide from certain people. Mud Kuipers 327. How do you think you would make a 4-barreled shotgun? Well, I know how I have made 4-barreled shotguns. I took a 4-barrel blaster, like the Wizard or whatever, and I made it as an attachment for ire. Or take two-barrel shotguns and strap them side by side. Cut a rough cut in half? I don't know. There's lots of ways that you can do it. But for firing 4 darts at once, you're probably either going to need a ridiculously large plunger tube from like a sledge fire or a long shot or something, or you're going to need compressed air. So, yeah. Flame Tube XZ Gaming and Reviews. I know you are a fan of Lego bricks, but are you a fan of their Bionicle line? Not for personal use. I'm from the generation from well before Bionicle, and so I'm in that subcategory of like, get off my lawn with your Bionicles and your stuff. This isn't real Lego. Or at least I was when I was young and angsty. Now, knowing that Bionicle is the only thing, one of the major things that saved Lego, because at the end of the 90s, they nearly went bankrupt and almost got bought out by Mattel. But they brought in a marketing guru who knew how to make things work, and thankfully they listened to him. And the Bionicle line came out, and it was one of the things. It was something that they owned entirely. Unlike Lego Star Wars was very popular, Lego Harry Potter was very popular, but they were paying out the nose for the licensing, and they also were really only popular when one of those movies came out. The year that movie came out, people would buy a lot of it, but the movies weren't coming out every single year, and so there were peaks, and it wasn't going well. So they came up with Bionicle, and not only did they have the toys, but they had the movies, the TV shows, the merchandise, the comic books, the costumes, and all of that. And it was a huge success, and it ultimately saved Lego and got them to back where they are again, the top toy in the world. And they've been doing really well, in my opinion. They have come out with some absolutely fantastic stuff. The Star Wars Lego sets are way more accurate to the movies and much more interesting builds. A lot of like the new Pirate Barracuda Bay set is just a fabulous build all around. They've been catering a lot to folks like myself, the older collectors with a lot of money. And so they've come out with really expensive, really, really well-designed sets, like all those city ones that all connect together. And that is something that they hadn't really done much in the past. A really expensive, the most expensive stuff you saw were usually the Technic sets, and then things like monorails, and those are the really expensive ones. And now you've got, $200, $300, $800 sets like the Millennium Falcon and so forth, because they realize there is a market of us nerds that now have money to tap into. But then they've also really been bringing back the series that are playable. And I'm hoping in the next couple of years we see another Castle line. I'm hoping we see another Pirate line, because now I have money and I want to buy them, as opposed to having to, buy the old classic stuff, which is now 30 years old and very expensive, or get lucky and have old collectors give me their stuff. There's nothing to see here. So yeah, personally, not a fan. I don't play with Bionicle. I have no interest in Bionicle, but I appreciate Bionicle for what it did for my hobby. Several. What is your favorite brand of root beer? Follow-up, do you like cream soda? I've answered this many times, and I will answer it many times again in the hopes that more people will send it to me. My favorite root beer is Sprecher root beer. And yes, I'm also a very big fan of cream soda. Feel free to send me interesting cream sodas to try. Cheryl Brown. Of your 3 proton packs, what is your favorite? 3. Oh, you're behind. Tyr. Tyr is definitely my favorite proton pack. And do you like it more than Ire? No. Ire has a very special place in my heart and always will for a lot of reasons, which is why I really want to finally get her upgraded and brought up to the standards that I am now capable of building, because I built her back before I had any idea what I was doing, and I did most of it wrong. Drew Benson. I'm curious, what do your newish neighbors think of you and our hobby? Well, they're adults, so they're quite capable of... Train? Soon? I've met the ones that are directly next to my shop. They're good folk. They were friends with the family that lived here before. they're older couple, so they're just kind of he does the thing. This is what the kids do these days. The neighbors on the other side of me, they've got a young son who's been to the shop and has friends that have been to the shop and will no doubt get involved when things kick back up when the plague is over. Yeah, it's weird. I used to get some weird comments, and I still get them every once in a while of people like, oh, his neighbors must be freaked out seeing him in the backyard with his Nerf blasters. And here, my neighbors can't even see me where I'm filming from. I'm on the far side of my property, and they're on the other side. They'd have to be at their window with binoculars to see what I'm doing. In the previous place, I lived in town, yes, but everyone else around me had jobs that they went to during the day when I was filming. So I'm not sure why people thought my neighbors were so wigged out. It's like they thought my neighbors didn't know that YouTube was a thing? People know that YouTube is a thing. They understand. Oh, guys doing weird stuff while filming, probably on YouTube. And they move on with their lives. Yeah. Icebox. Do you like Lego Technic? I do. It was never my favorite era. I had a friend of mine. His big thing was in Technic, and we always wanted to work together at some point to make something that both looked really accurate, like the non-Technic stuff does, the system stuff, but that had the functionality of Technic. And I have a long project. I've been working on it since my freshman year in high school. That I now probably have, again, the money in order to fund and make it happen. And I'm keeping that one to myself for now, but it involves a lot of Technic. XD Kingdom. I have a pump kit for my Retaliator, and I don't have a Dremel. What else could I use to get rid of the notch in the barrel? An X-Acto knife. Just a box cutter or a sharp razor blade type knife. Just slowly. Don't try to cut it out all in one bit. Just scrape layers and cut it down, and you can get it out. If you have any files, use a file to clean it up, and it'll be fine. Michael College. If you were to make your own large Nerf dart blaster making company, what would you call the company, and what would be your company's first 3 blasters? Well, I would probably call it something like the Crew Armory, because that would be fun. And my first 3 blasters would probably be some sort of modular system, basically a Strife. Let's be serious, but with all the parts to make a Strifle. So there'd be a barrel, there'd be a stock, there'd be all sorts of underslung stuff for the various master keys, shotguns, mega rockets. And then probably a good sidearm, so probably an 8-shot hammer shot, if you could actually make one that was, a metal cylinder or, an injection molded cylinder, so it would hold 8 shots, like the Gavin Fuzzy, but not 3D printed. And then probably some kind of designated marksman type rifle. A long shot, but that's actually tuned for HVZ. Those would probably be the first 3, and then I'd start getting into the heavy stuff, like things like proton packs and stuff like that. But I'd start with a good premium HVZ line, stuff that's hitting around, the 100 FPS. So maybe a little bit, maybe up into the 110s, but stuff that would actually be useful for a lot of our hobby. But I'm not going to, so yeah. Stampy Boy. What do you do if a very important screw post in a blaster is not just stripped, but completely broken? The screw post on my Vader is broken. The one where the trigger operates on, and I would like to know how to fix it. It kind of depends on where and how it's broken. If the whole post has snapped off at the base, that's actually fairly easy to fix, actually. If it's cracked further up, that could be a little bit trickier. If it's snapped off at the base, what I would recommend is drill a hole, a very small hole, small enough to actually catch a screw, all the way through to the far side of the shell, and then screw a long screw from the outside up into the post, so it's holding that in place. And use some glue as well, but you're definitely going to want something reinforcing it, and I would recommend a screw coming from the inside. If it's cracked on the outside, well, get some really good glue and maybe some epoxy and put it on there. Or you might, if it's like cracked towards the top, break it off at the base and replace it entirely with a screw post from something else. But having some sort of metal reinforcement involved is going to be a really good idea, or it's just not going to have the strength necessary to withstand the fact that it's a load-bearing point. So that is my recommendation. Ha ha! Oh, well, I hit the base. That's something. Okay, so the first part of the looped opening was filmed previously on, I'm not sure if it was this camera or my other new camera, so I have no idea how the quality is. Probably absolute rubbish. This one we're going to be trying on this one, and hopefully it isn't absolute rubbish. I need a professional cameraman is what I need. Or I need to become a professional cameraman. Birds! Nature's coming back. It's despicable. I see you there, bird. You can't get, well, you probably can get in. Alright, loot. Now for some more loot. This portion is being filmed on yet another new camera. I will eventually find a camera that I like and that works, and in the meantime I will continue to amass lesser cameras that have disappointed me, but that I will use for things and may eventually get shot by something. So, let's take a look at some pickage. We have a little one from eBay, and I think I know what's going on here, and I think it's actually something really cool. A gift for you, Captain, from Dustin Bergen, aka General Ace. Oh, it is! He got me the Nerf detonator. He saw it on eBay and decided to get it for me. This is one of the increasingly few original blasters that I didn't have for the collection. And it's fairly neat, it turns out. Got dart storage right there. And it is, and apparently, I wasn't aware of this, it's apparently a hamp. You put the dart in there, it looks like it's got an original whistler. Pull that up, and then, yup, that's actually really cool. I like it. That is awesome, Dustin. I will have to get this added up onto the wall, get it added to the collection. That is really, really cool. I'd seen them on eBay, but they were a little bit more than I wanted to pay for something this small, but I was at the point where like, okay, you need to do it. It's one of the few that you still need. And then Dustin beat me to it. So that is awesome. Thank you ever so much, Dustin. Super cool. Let's go with this one. It is from the Amazon. Somebody has ordered me something off of Amazon, which is always cool. It's a thing! Hey, there's a note. Give me the note. Big off with it. Box. Sorry. How about thee, Captain? Wondering what you can do with this. K26, bypass the gimmick, or even go mega? All up to you. From Raven. He has sent me the Thor Mjolnir Dart Blaster. I had seen this and I was, again, really tempted to get one, but hadn't pulled the trigger on it yet. Oh, the whole bottom of the handle is the priming mechanism, and then that's the catch. This is hard rubber and then a little bit of foam. You would never want to actually hit somebody with this, but that is pretty cool. Yes, I will feature this in Can It Take a K26, assuming it can be taken apart. I assume it can. They're generally pretty good about that. I will need something to go along with it. If there's lots of other Avenger blasters, the whole modular system. I'll have to try to get my hands on one of them to go along with this. Very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you ever so much, Raven. You guys spoil me so much. Murder you packing what's next? I'm gonna go with this one because I think this is for a repair. Somebody had a repair that was just too interesting sounding, and I was like, you know what? I want to see that. Send me that. We'll see. It's either that or their name is Return. Ah! A note! And a sack of cash. Why are you sending me money? What's going on here? There is a note, but I sliced it, and it turns the address, so you can't see it. Thank you for your help. I appreciate you responding so quickly. Please mail it back to the address. Lovely. I vote shotguns in range day 6. Too late for that now. Why is there... what? I have no idea what's going on here now. Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, so that is for a repair. He attempted a fairly nifty mod on this. I didn't even know this blaster existed. I'd never even seen one. And he did what I think is a really cool sounding mod, but then it wasn't working and he didn't know how to get it fixed. And since I'd never actually played with one, like, yeah, send me that one. This must be for return shipping, which is fine. Alternatively, you are perfectly welcome to send me cash. Somebody once sent me a wad of 100 ones. That was strange. But very much appreciated. All right, I've got one more for today. We'll see what this is, of course, the halfway point. There was probably more stuff by the time I actually... it's not cut deep enough to cut the note this time. Aha! There is a note. Hello, Captain. As we discussed, I would send over the newer triple torch as well. And, well, here it is. Along with some other stuff, too. Hope you like it. I have no doubt that I will, sir. So apparently he had a triple torch that was in pristine condition. Mine was a little rough. Oh yeah. That looks, there's not a scratch on it. The stickers show a little wear and tear, but there is no other wear and tear on that. Good Lord. It's in an amazing condition. Now I won't have to feel so bad if I try to open mine up and tinker with it. Oh, what do we got in here? What do we got? What do we got? What have we got? I think is this Lego? The man has sent me Lego. Hey, oh, no, the part's falling off. No, no. Give it to me. You will give me the thing. Oh, we lost a wing. There's a wrench in here. There's a wrench in his cockpit. Oh. Oh, vector thrusting. And this looks like a removable satellite! He has sent me a spaceship that's vaguely in my colors. Orange, black, and silver is my other primary color, and white is heraldically silver, so that's pretty cool. That will be going in my collection of awesome Lego that people have sent me that I put on display. Very cool. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I got a hammer shot. Is it modded? Or is it just the man sent me a hammer shot? I think the man just sent me a hammer shot. That is awesome. And aha! There is one missing from my hammer shot shoe rack. Oh, no, this has been modded. Had its ARs removed. Nice. Need a dart. Very nice. Yes. All right. That's going on the wall. Right. There you go. Lovely. Simply lovely. Well, you, Sir Jacob Klaus, you, sir, are awesome. You were all awesome. You sent me the coolest stuff. All right. Now we find out if there's more or if this is the end of it. Right. And now for another wave of loot hopefully we'll see how the video quality is on this one. We'll start with the letters. We have one here. Oh, come on. Oh, let me get it. There we go. Oh, oh. Read on camera. Read off camera. Now for the one that says read on camera. Dear Captain Xavier, first I hope all is well for you and the people who are close to you. For the most part, it currently is, actually. I'm doing quite well. Quarantine is getting a little old. I miss people. But I do have 2 huge rooms full of Lego. So, I mean, I got that going for me. I would like to thank you for your dedication to making the Nerf community a better place and to make every video of yours bring joy to people. There have been several times when your videos made my day just that much better. It wasn't until I found your channel that I knew there was a whole hobby surrounding Nerf. Sadly, I haven't gotten into the hobby a whole lot due to moving. I'll wait for the flashbacks of your own moving experiences. Yeah, I hate moving out of a place, but I love moving into a new place. Lastly, thank you for all you have done. Even if you don't think it a lot, you have left an impact on many lives. Sincerely, John Langford. For all of the seniors of the class of 2020, prom and graduation might not be the same, but we pulled off a great senior skip day. Yeah, yeah you did. That is good stuff. Well, thank you for the letter. Letters like that really do mean a lot to me, and it really does remind me that, oh yes, yes it is worth all of this, and I should keep doing it. Plus you guys send me the coolest stuff. So, alright, speaking of cool stuff, we have something here from Aiden. There is a letter and a thing. Oh, look at that, look. Oh, that is a gizmo. Okay, let's get an explanation, if there is one. Ooh, Bangarang, the Crew Auxiliary, Bangarang, joined today. From Viper. That is cool. That's going on the wall somewhere. I want to have recruitment posters around the makerspace, of course. That is, I like that. I like that. Oh, I like the detailing that he's added. The bars on there, the kind of caution bars like you see on orc stuff. I like that. And then he's added shading to the hourglass, and I like that. Yeah. Not sure why the N is dark. Or the R and the W. Is there a code in here I don't know about? Dubious. Anyway, that is pretty cool. And then he has made me some sort of a charm thing. It's rawhide, animal leather, and it has cowboy bangly things. Oh, I know where this needs to go. Yeah. This needs to go on here somewhere. Not sure where yet. I will figure it out. But this will definitely be becoming a part of this particular blaster. This one it's not priming anymore. Something has gone amiss. The gears have gotten out of sync, I think. So I need to open it up. And then I will figure out where I can add that permanently. Yeah. Very, very cool. Alright, fine. Don't go back on the hook because the hook fell off. Most excellent. No actual note, but he told me this was coming, so. Very, very cool. I thank you. Alright, let's take a look at the package. I'll take a look at this one first because I think it is stuff for review, so let's just get it out of the way real quick. It is uniform tactical gear type stuff. They did know, oh, it has the knee pads! Sweet. They didn't actually even have it in all black, which is probably good. I have too much all black stuff. That does look to be all black. Oh, no, there is blue sleeves. Cool. These two don't match. It'd be nice if they had sent me the green, either both blue or both green. But this way you guys can see the differences in the colors and how they look and all of that. And if I really like one or the other, I can order it. Very, very cool. I think this was Tactical X-Men stuff. I will double check and then I will do a video. Hopefully it fits me. That would be would be tragic if it doesn't. But it's really nice looking. So far. Looks like it's rip-resistant nylon, lots of pockets. I will do a review. It will be lovely. All right, let's take a look at this. I think this is actually something that I ordered. I'm pretty sure this is Lego. It is. Okay. Yes, yes. Something for a build I wanted to do. I ordered the 2 of 1 part, and I needed 1 of 2 different parts. So this is a part, the last part I needed for a build that will end up on my Lego channel. Captain Xavier's Lego channel. Alright, let's take a look at this package from an Aaron Oakley. It's a note! It even says it's a note. I love it. Alright, no, Captain! It's got an exclamation mark. Greetings from the dusty other side of the state. I hope this message finds you in good health in both body and mind during these strange times. Enclosed you will find 2 blasters. The single blaster from the 2002 Jango Fett action set we spoke about previously. This blaster was rescued from a hobo-riddled bins at a local Goodwill outlet. While it is complete and in functional condition, it was very clearly a go-to weapon of imaginary warfare and has seen many battles in its day. This has caused it to lose a significant amount of its luster and shine over the years of service. It will prime, catch, and fire as normally, although for the love of all things holy, don't drive fire it. It has no AR, and I'm not sure it will survive many more discoveries of this fact. Found out the hard way. I found that old Busby stickies are the best fit on the barrel post. I think it actually came with Busby's or something similar. Somebody sent me just today sent me a link to it on eBay. They wanted 75 bucks for the set in box, which is fair for the set in box. This is a much better option. But it won't actually launch the dart. I figured it was due to a combination of age and that it probably didn't fire all that well to begin with. It will, however, display perfectly well. A blaster that I gave no warning about. Well, then I'm going to take a look first. All right, so we have... Oh, look at that. Look at it. Look. No, give it to me. You will give me the thing. I will cut you! Oh, yeah, yeah! Oh, uh-huh. Lucasfilm, all rights reserved, Star Wars. Doesn't actually say Hasbro. So it might have actually been a Busby product originally, which would explain that post style. Quite possibly. Yeah, yeah! Very cool! Very, very cool. Train. Doesn't have a date. That's kind of odd. Anyway, yeah. It's not the matching set, but it will definitely serve as a display blaster. So that is awesome. Thank you very, very much, and thank you to the people who sent me the link to the match set. I will probably give it a miss. Well, that is interesting. Now that I have this one to put on the wall. Yeah, you can see a lot of the luster. This was well used and well played with, and I like that for the collection. I would rather have something that has been well used and well played with and is now potentially, I actually prefer broken ones to go on the wall because it seems less wasteful. So that is really cool that it found its way to my collection. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's take a look at the other one apparently, and then we will read the notes. So we have a bunch of original ammunition. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at it! Oh, look, it's got the hourglass, it's got the X, it's in my colors, black and copper. It's got this, apparently, for bludgeoning people with wire, they're metal. And it appears, if I'm correct, it appears to have a bottle opener built into it. That is neat. Alright, let's get the explanation. Explain yourself! A blaster I've not given any warning about. While watching your fan mail videos, I had noticed that you are missing a silly and nifty method for opening the many beverages you've attained. So I have included a blaster that I have dubbed the Pocket Popper. It's a Secret Strike AS1 with bottle opener master key, because why not? Why not indeed? A bottle opener master key. I love it. I have painted it in a variation of your colors, copper and rubbed bronze. Yes, very nice. Sand texture effect gray on the grip. That is really very cool, that textured grip. I've added 3 markings on it, 2 of which are obvious, and 1 is my personal 76 logo. The keychain clip has been replaced with a paracord fob I made for it. Hopefully you get a kick out of it, and that it serves you well in your battles against thirst. Anyway, I'm sure I've rambled long enough. I will let you get along with the rest of the video. Stay safe out there. I wish you the best of luck going forward. May your beard grow ever floofy and your locomotives remain endlessly disruptive. Bangarang, Orange Crate 76. So we've got my X, which is just anytime somebody asks me to sign a blaster, I just put an X. Just absolutely forgeable. He's got the hourglass on the top, and then he's got his logo on the opposite side. And everything about this is just ridiculously cool. It also works. And he sent original streamlines with it. Yep, works as well as you'd expect an original streamline to work. That is very, very cool. I will definitely have to keep that here at the workbench for when people send me root beer to test, and I shall test it. Woo. In the bag. In the bag. In the bag with you. No, in the bag. Bag. In the bin. Ah, I missed. Alright. We have 2 more. One, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and it's going to be awesome. I will plot. And the other one, I have a suspicion, and then I will plot some more. I'm going to open this one. I think I know what it is. And I hope I know what it is. It is! Aha! Ask and Shiro received from Boomstick Mods. He got me a miter. Oh, yes, I have a Pope hat. It fits. Oh, you can adjust the size. You can make it smaller, apparently. But at the maximum size, it fits me perfectly. Boomstick, sir, you, sir. I finally have one. I shall wear this on my open package, for I am the package pope. Alright, one last package. The first package to be opened while I wear the hat of the package pope. This one is from a Campbell. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Well, I know what part of it is. But I have a suspicion there's going to be an awful lot of cool stuff in here that I'm not expecting. And I shall plot. I shall plot, sir. Packaging. Gummies! Sour Starburst gummies. Oh, I'm eating the gummy. Give me the gummy. Yum. Oh, that is delightful. A note! Campbell's Nerf Works. Dubious. Dubious, I say. Dubious? He got me cards. Alright, Campbell's Nerf Works. I hope this package finds you well and hopefully plague-free. So far, I have enclosed the Strifle Mark III kit I put together. We had discussed you reviewing it. I also finally got your new Hades pump printed, but I ran out of Black Pet G. So I was unable to print the second Strife kit, but I will as soon as it comes in. There's also some gummies and Twix! White Twix. Do this. Gummy collisions. Kool-Aid. Blade Gummies. Oh, I'm good. Where was I? Twix. The kit consists of the top rail, the connector rail, the bottom filler, the top filler, the bottom filler, the pump grip halves. Also, side fillers for the strife with Picatinny rail and a flashlight and holder I made. Sweet! There's a small piece that looks like scrap, but that is the cutting guide for the Magnus pump. I know you can figure it out, but just kind of hooks onto the front of the Magnus where you can mark the line to cut on the slide. It also, it's just a square cut, and I would glue it onto the side with screw holes first so you can line them up better. Then on the other side, the video you saw of it shows all the little nubbins you have to get rid of. The bottom filler piece is a bit tight, so you may need to file a little or sand the bottom of the strife rail, or the filler piece. I changed the bottom filler so that there are 2 screws that lock the Magnus onto the strife and makes the whole thing very, very solid, but you can still take everything apart should you want to. There are only 3 essential screws, 2 on the bottom filler piece and 1 on the top filler piece. When you put those on, just run a small drill hole into the holes and get a small hole that you can start regular Nerf screws into. They do need to be on the longer side. If you have questions or issues with anything or want to change something, let me know. I will do whatever I can or need in order to get this in the shape you wish, but I believe it is pretty close now. Again, I thank you for everything you do, and hopefully this is what you are looking for. Thank you so much again, and enjoy the candies. I certainly will. So this was not actually what I was expecting. This was something else that I knew was coming. This is a Strifle kit. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, Hades pump grip kit. With my logo. That's cool being me. And then we have, a Magnus, replacement Magnus slide, also with my logo. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take a black paint pen to it and mark it. And then we have all of the various. Oh, that's the slide marker. I will have to ask about that. Okay, yep, this is more of that. That's what goes on there. Okay. Grip. We've got top and bottom rail bits. Very, very cool. Side fillers, top filler, rail with flashlight that apparently needs batteries. And then this is the part that I'm quite honestly the most excited about. No, and it don't want to come out of its bag. Okay, we're going to extricate you, sir. Excuse you, sir. So this fits on the bottom rail, and the Magnus nests onto it and fills that gap that I never liked and always wanted filled, and now there is a filler for it. Oh, it is so cool. So cool. So yeah, there will in the very near future be a Strifle kit review for this one. He has offered to provide me with the files to tinker with, and we're looking at various people who might be able to sell it. Either Silver Fox, possibly Franz Foamworks. I also plan to talk to Out of Darts and Foam Blast and see if they would be interested in making Strifle kits available as well. And so hopefully we can get Strifle kits to as many people as possible. And I know Franz Foamworks had their own, some front end stuff of their own. They have a full printed barrel as well as a full printed stock This is the one that would allow you to not have to print a whole barrel and a whole stock and all of that. So lots of cool stuff. I love the auxiliary. You people are amazing. All right. So Campbell's Nerf Works. Campbell's Nerf Works at gmail.com. Campbell's Nerf Works on YouTube. Check him out. He apparently does amazing stuff. So I'm off to edit all of this together into something hopefully vaguely coherent, and hopefully the quality isn't horrific. I can see it auto-focusing. You have issues, sir. We'll see. I still need to work out how to get it to not autofocus, because for here, if it could focus between here and here, which apparently these things are capable of doing, I just need to learn which buttons on the thing to make it do the stuff. All right, I'm good. I'm plotzing. I've got a hat. See this hat? Do you see it? Hat. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching.